remember when they asked Jesus, the Pharisees, the Sadducees asked Jesus, about the woman who has 7 husbands and dies, and whose husband will she be, or whose wife will she be in the resurrection?
Sure.
And Jesus says, you err because you don't know the scriptures or the power of God. And he says, and not even to break it into this, but just this one little definition. He says, in eternity, we're not married or given in marriage, but we are like the angels in heaven. And so he likens us to. So when I look at the picture that you mentioned of the many-eyed, so many different perspectives of God, yet saying holy and never getting tired of it, I'm like, wait a minute, okay, that actually, I wonder, since there's no angel made in the image and likeness of God, human beings, we are made in the image and likeness of God, and yet we're like the angels in heaven. I'm wondering if the picture of angels that we see is a bit of a prophetic glimpse, like a gift from God into, just want to show you how I'm going to expand your world. Right now, you see with maybe a singular perspective that's been given to you by whoever taught you in this life. But I just want you to know, when you get before my face in unhindered, unbroken communion, it'll be like you've got a million eyes looking at me from a million different perspectives, and every one of them is going to be absolutely mind blown with surprise, saying, holy, 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 in such an ecstatic way that you'll never get tired of it. And I'm thinking, how do I apply that childlike wonder to the grid of my current life, where I got up trying to figure out what socks to wear?
Right. Let's say that this many-eyed angel is in heaven. Can you imagine one of his eyes telling one of the other eyes that they're wrong? Can you imagine that?
Okay, so if we down here, right here, I say down here as if heaven's in a distant netherworld. It's a different realm. I get it, right? So when I say down here, I'm not talking about distance or separation. When we down here get Paul's perspective, like that we are the body of Christ.
Right.
So I see where you're going here.
We are a bride.
Yeah.
Full of eyes. We're a bride full of eyes, just like those living creatures. I tell my wife this often, and whoever will listen to me. The earth is a planet full of worlds, and no two people leave with the exact same opinion going into eternity, and that is by design. So we get to leave with a different experience. And when I hamper someone's experience of encountering the infinite, I've actually become the walls that God has to break down in order for someone else to have freedom.